Time now for 5 Fast Facts with three-time Stanley Cup champion and a guy voted as one of the top 100 players of all time in the NHL, Joey Nieuwendyk. Joey, best teammate who you ever played with, who would that be?
Well, I got to go with my buddy, Gary Roberts. We've known each other since we were 4 years old, so and he'd be very upset if I didn't say him, so I'll go with him. We grew up together, three teams in the NHL, Gary Roberts.
Way to be politically correct. Who was the best coach you ever played for?
Best coach. I'll tell you my favorite coach, and I don't mind saying it, was Pat Burns the 1 year I had him in New Jersey. I just loved his presence. He treated the older guys well and was hard on the young guys, which I didn't mind. Ken Hitchcock, the guys I won with, Terry Chris, they were great coaches, and they were the coaches that we needed at the time. But my favorite one, Pat Quinn as well, great guy. But Pat Burns was my favorite in the short time that I had him.
Who did you hate playing against the most?
Well, I will say a couple guys come to mind. Chris Chelios, who was most of the time in a different conference, but he was not fun to play against, Gino. He was always slashing in the ankles and doing this and that. I got to know him a little bit, but what a great competitor he was. And, Steve Smith out in Edmonton, those battles of Alberta, he played alongside my cousin, Jeff Bookaboom, but Steve was always hard. He was smart. He wasn't hard on Timmy Hunter or any of those guys. He was hard on me or Hawk and Lube or somebody, and he wasn't fun to play against either.
After all the success in your career, both on and off the ice, what's the one piece of advice you would have given yourself if you can go back and talk to 15-year-old Joey Nieuwendyk? What advice would you have given him?
Wow. Well, that's a good question, Gino. I guess just to really not look too forward into the future. I think my nature is to think too far ahead and to try and plan ahead, which wastes a lot of energy. I think it's important to really enjoy the moment each day. And I think there are probably times in my NHL career where I was a little stressed about stuff or being a GM where I didn't need to be. It was all just useless energy being wasted. So maybe the advice I would give is to have fun each day and enjoy it because you're doing what you love to do and it's not work.
One final question. If you hadn't become a pro hockey player, a successful Hockey Hall of Fame pro hockey player, what do you think you would have done for a career instead?
Another great question. I was very fortunate to be recruited by Cornell University, and I'm still living in their town. I've had my home here on the lake 28 years, and I wanted to leave my first 30 days here, Gino. I called my mom and dad every day to come and get me. It wasn't for me. There's a couple of guys who are dear to me, Mark Canduro and Dave Hunter, who really kind of took me under their wing the first few weeks of my college career. And they're actually coming here with Ronnie Francis in about 10 days to watch a Cornell hockey game. Those guys kind of took me under the wing and made it fun. And then once we got on the ice, I was fine and on my way. But had I not been a pro hockey player, I might have been back with my buddies in Whitby working at the GM plant. I don't know, Gino, but I'm happy the way it all turned out.
Joey, 5 Fast Facts with Joey Nieuwendyk. Joey, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this, man. You've been so generous of your time. It's been so great to catch up with you, my friend.
Gino, you too. It's great to see you, and I appreciate you having me on today.